to another one of my videos. So this morning I am going to be talking about things that I wish I would have known before I started college. I have been getting questions from so many incoming freshmen asking me like, what was dorm life like? What was it like living far away from your parents? Or like, if you did live in the city, like would you go home every weekend? Or like just in general, like what was it like, you know? So I decided to make a video about like things that I personally wish I would have known, because like why not? Like it might be that some of you may have not known any of this before you went to the university or before you headed to wherever it is that you headed to. So I really hope this video helps you guys, and don't forget to give it a like and subscribe. Let's get on to my video. Alright you guys, so I'm gonna be starting off with the first thing that I wish I would have known before I started college. I am gonna be looking at my phone because I did write a couple of stuff down, so if you see me looking down, that's the reason why. Alright, so to start with number one, know what you're gonna bring. Do not, and I mean do not, overpack. Why? Because some dorms are extremely small to the point where your dressers could barely fit anything. Under your bed you obviously have space, but I wouldn't say there's like as much space. All I'm gonna say is the rooms, the dorms inside ORU for the freshmen, so this would be Claudius and EMR if you go to Oral Roberts University. If you go to different universities, it's not this specific one. I do know some of the rooms are bigger, but the one university that I attended my freshman year is honestly a university that had tiny rooms. Like if your beds are not bunked and they're separated, you hardly have space in there. Like there's one bed here, space in the middle, then there's like your two desks, and then you have your dressers and the window with your mini fridge. Like, don't overpack, and know what you're gonna bring. Know that this is a small dorm. I'm just trying to warn you guys, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want you guys to overpack and then the day that you get here, like, oh no, this doesn't fit, or like, oh my goodness, I brought a little bit too much, or like, I don't know what to do, how to organize this, like this is a small room. You guys know what I mean? Like, so definitely that's one of the things that I would recommend you not to do. I personally did not know how small the dorms were until the day that I moved in, and I wish I would have known the size of the room or like any information I could have gotten from my dorm before I moved in, because I brought so many stuff. Thankfully I lived in Oklahoma, so I was able to drive home and bring that back. But as I was saying, that's just a little heads up. You could buy stuff once you get here, you know, like if you didn't bring this or if you forgot that, like you could definitely run down to the Walmart right across the street, or even if you're in a different state, like you could go to your nearest store and purchase whatever it is that you're missing. It would be way better to do that than to just bring everything all at once and then not have space for it, or like not know where to put your stuff because the dorm is so small. So yeah, I hope that helped. Number two, do not feel bad if you go to events by yourself. If you don't have anybody to hang out with or to go to like the hold down, or like say you guys are having any type of dance or like homecoming or basketball games, any of that, if you guys do not have somebody to go with you, don't be scared to go alone. Why? Because at the end of the day, if you go by yourself, there's a possibility that you'll most likely end up making friends. These people are literally the sweetest. There's some that are sweet, there's some that are mean, yes, I know, but you'll make friends. Don't be scared to go alone. I was scared to go by myself, and I learned it eventually that I could go by myself, I would be totally fine, but at first I was just like, I don't know how to feel about it. But you will be fine, trust me. Like if you have nobody to go with, definitely go by yourself, make new friends, find a group to hang out with, introduce yourself to them. Like, trust me, you will make amazing friendships, you will love it, you will have fun. That's like the top thing that I would like really give y'all as advice. Like, do not be scared to go somewhere alone. If there is an event, go to that event, show up to that event, like make new friends, you know. Like, I said it so many times already, but I will continue to say it because that's one thing that I struggled with. And eventually I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. And I got up and I went and I was by myself, but I made friends. And it's been a whole year now, literally. Like, it's gonna be a year in a couple of weeks, 2 weeks. And they're still my friends. A year later, we still talk, we hang out, we go places together, we plan stuff, like we FaceTime. Since they are away at home right now, they don't live in the state that I live in, so we're totally separated, but we still talk. So the next one is your major. I know so many of you want to know about this. So many different universities have this option, and I'm pretty sure that's like a lot of teachers or counselors do not mention this until like once you're registered, once everything's done, you know. But I would really like y'all to know, you do not have to know what you want to major in right away. If you're undecided, you could go in as an exploratory student or an undecided student. Like, you don't have to have a major right away. You could go ahead and do your basics first and then move on to what you want to do. You could like choose one major, maybe that's not what you like, you don't want that anymore, you could switch it. You still have all this year to switch your major, figure out what you want to do. So personally for me, when I was an incoming freshman, I had just gotten admitted, I did not know anything about being exploratory or undecided or any of that, and I was like, oh my goodness, like what am I gonna do? Like, I don't know what I want to do yet. I don't even have my major set. Like, I don't know if I want to for sure do this. And I was so confused. But then comes my enrollment day and like the day I meet with my counselors and everything, and that's when I found out. I was like, oh, like then I could do this. I could be in this, figure out if that's what I want to do. If I don't, then I could get a switch by the end of the school year, definitely go to what I do want to do, you know. So yes, you could switch your major. Now, though some universities do not have curfew, there's other universities that do. The university that I was at was Oral Roberts University in Tulsa, Oklahoma. They have a curfew for all freshmen. I wish I would have known that before I started school, because the first week that I was on campus, I felt really sick and I was like, I had physical therapy, I had an injured leg, so I was going in and out the hospital, in and out of physical therapy. Like, it was crazy that first month of school. So I had no idea that they had curfew until I got caught coming like late or like not coming at all. Like, I was staying with my parents for the weekend because I wanted to go home, you know, like, and I got in trouble for that, and they told me there was curfew. So just in case any of you would like to know, yes, a couple of universities do have curfew. If you don't respect that, I know there's like some consequences you have to face. Now, every university is different, so I'm not sure what that would be like at different colleges or like how it works out. But I know that for the one that I attended, the first time it was just like a warning. Second time, then you get a specific time to have to be in your dorm. Third time, I think it's like you get a $50 fine. I'm not sure, I do not remember. But yeah, a couple of freshmen do have curfew, and that's not even mentioned before you even go. So I just thought I should let y'all know. Next, drama. You guys, not every university is perfect. Yes, there will be drama. I know that so many of you always hear like, no, there's no drama that goes on. Oh, this is such a calm place. No, that is, don't fall for that. There's obviously drama that goes on in any type of university you attend. People are sweet, people are loving, people are kind, but there's also people who get into arguments. There's like problems going on. Like, all I'm gonna say is, yes, there is drama. Don't fall for people that say there is not, because there always will be. Another one, visit your professors during office hours. Like, if you go in between classes and like during their office hours, they will help you with whatever you need. They are always gonna be there for you. Like, don't be scared or afraid. Don't be afraid to come and like ask them a question about your assignment that you were probably shy to ask during class. Like, your professors are always gonna be there for you no matter what. Like, you could trust them. If you are stuck on an assignment, if you know there's something going on and you won't be able to make it or like turn it in on time, you could always go during office hours and let them know. They will be understanding and they will give you extra time. They'll give you grace. Like, that's for a fact. Like, take that from me. You could definitely get grace if you go and speak to your teacher. Don't think that your teachers, your professors will not be there for you. Like, if you're going through something or you're really struggling, they're very understanding. Like, go during office hours. I'm telling you, they will help you out. They will make sure you get your assignment turned in. Even if it's late, even like if it's whatever it is that is going on with you, like, they will be understanding. So definitely go and visit your professors during office hours. I 100% recommend that. Your professors actually care about you. They want to see you succeed. Like, when I say they care about you, I mean they care about you. Like, there's some professors that will give you their personal phone number and you know you could just call them anytime you need something. There's other professors that will like take time out of their day, even when you don't have their class, to teach you and like help you out with stuff that you need, or like that are just caring. Like, you might not even be in their class anymore. You probably got your schedule changed, and these professors will check up on you, see how you're doing, regardless of you being in their class or not. Like, I'm telling you, they are your friends. They care about you. I did lose track of the number I was on, so I don't know. You guys know what number I'm on, but I lost it. Anyway, plan your classes. Know what classes you want to take and know the times that you want to take them. Because honestly, I personally got morning classes. Why? Because I love being energetic. I love waking up early, doing what I'm gonna do, like show up to class, study, work hard, you know. That's me. Plan your classes though. I know some of you love to sleep and like wake up late. Make sure you have a time schedule and like know specifically what time you would like to go to class, or like what works best for you, you know? Just make sure you plan your classes the way that you want to. Do this before it is late. Why? Because one thing that I did was definitely not plan my classes ahead of time. I planned my classes literally the day that I registered with my admissions counselor. Was that a bad idea? Probably. Why? Because all the classes that I had were early in the morning, some were late, some were like on Tuesdays, like some were Wednesdays. I knew I had church on Wednesdays, but I couldn't go anymore. Why? Because my classes were like way, like it was just crazy. I did not think of planning it before I even started school. I just waited last minute. Try hard not to go home every single weekend if you live in the state where you attend university at. Why? because there's so many people that come from different countries, different states, and they don't have that opportunity. They can't go home every weekend, or like they can't go home any day that they would like to, you know? And it's just like, I didn't know any of that before I went, but like, that's one thing I would tell y'all. If you live in the state of the university you're attending, definitely stay through the weekends and hang out with your friends. Go out with your friends. Like, have fun together, you know? Like, don't just go home every weekend. I learned that because I would always go home on the weekends, and honestly, that just wasn't it. Like, I would come home every weekend and like hang out with family, go to church, like go to the movie theaters, go to the park, do this, do that. And I would never really stay at the university. Like, I think not once did I stay at the university a full weekend. I did once. It was college weekend actually. So we had people coming in from like all over the place because they wanted to experience what the university was like, if they wanted to go here, like just to figure out if that was the perfect fit for them, you know? But yes, definitely stay during the weekend, like hang out with friends, have fun, you know, like explore new places, but don't go home every weekend. Sometimes you have homework, sometimes you just want to study, or like you need a break. Like, stay at the university, stay on campus, like take a whole day to rest, take a break. So going in with another one, there will be days when you're gonna feel very tired, you're gonna feel like not doing anything, you're gonna want to be laying in bed, you're gonna want to like just rest, sometimes probably not even be in the mood to show up to class. Trust me, I've been there before. I should have added this one with the plan your classes, but anyway, it's okay. Just make sure, if you know for a fact like you're gonna have to rest, or like you're not gonna be able to do something because you probably work late and like you're gonna need to sleep, need time, you know, make sure you take late classes. And again, I said this earlier on the other part, but it is better that way because you won't be knocking out during the lecture, and you'll be like actually awake, you'll be taking notes, you'll be knowing what you're gonna do, you'll like, you know, you'll have that energy, you'll be happy, you'll walk in, sit down. Like, by the way, I recommend you guys sitting, if you're in a big class, I would recommend you sitting in the first 2 rows if you can. Definitely, like, it takes your shyness away, you know, like raise your hand if there's like a question being asked. It will also get you closer to your teachers, your professors. Like, they love that. Sometimes participation is a grade, and that's very important. I used to be that one shy person who would go and sit all the way in the back, you know, high school, middle school, elementary. Up until college, I still did that. A couple months. It took a few weeks, actually. But I would sit in the back. Then I decided, you know what? I'm going to start sitting in the front. I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to start doing that. They would ask questions. I'd raise my hand. When it was participation grades, I would definitely be the first to raise my hand. That took away all my shyness. I mean, I'm still shy, but I would be happy to answer questions, to like talk about what the professors were speaking, you know, so just try to sit in the front rows if you can. Okay, so now to get back on track, because I did see that I got off track. I started talking about like your professors, or like sitting in the front rows. Anyway, as I was talking about how there will be hard days, there will be times where you just want to give up and say no. Like, there is gonna be times where that happens, trust me. You're not in high school anymore. It's completely different. There's gonna be days where you just want to sleep. There's gonna be days where you have to pull all-nighters because you have assignments due that same day, or like you have an essay that is due the next morning. You will be pulling all-nighters. It is not high school anymore. You will have essays in every class. You will have PowerPoints you have to do. You will have videos you have to film. Like, trust me, it's gonna be hard. Lastly, answer your family's phone calls. Why? They worry about you. They want to know how you're doing. They want to know how your classes are going. They want to know, like, how's life, you know? Like, their babies are gone. Like, you guys are no longer living at home with them. You guys are probably in a whole different state. Like, they want to know how you're doing. Just answer their phone call, even if it's like 5 minutes, even if it's 2 minutes. Like, just let them know you're doing okay. They just want to see that their child is alright. Like, they care for you guys. I know some parents will call you like every day. Other parents call you like once a week, maybe twice a week. Some call you like once a month. My parents used to call me once a week. They'd call me every Wednesday before church. They'd ask how I'm doing. They'd ask how my leg was doing because I was injured and going through physical therapy at the time. But your parents just want to make sure you're safe. That's for sure. That is like the top thing they want to know. They want to know if you're safe. So just answer them. Again, even if it's 1 minute, just answer the phone call. Answer that phone call. Trust me. Just do it if you don't want them to worry about you. Your parents love you. They will worry if it goes 2 weeks without you answering. Like, even if it's just a text, you know, like, do it. Send them pictures of the stuff you're doing every now and then. Like, that makes them happy. That makes them smile, you know. Maybe they'll even come down and visit you by surprise if they don't live in town, you know. Just do it. Alright, you guys, so the other part somehow cut off, so I'm just gonna add this in. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that in a way I was able to answer a few of those questions that some of you have been asking me. And that is it for this video. So make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and also if you guys have any suggestions on videos that you guys might want me to do, or like a Q&A, or want to know something, like, just put it down in the comments and let me know. I'll be sure to make a video on that. And I hope all of you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Have a beautiful day. If it's nighttime where you're at, then I hope you have a beautiful night. And I love you all so very much.